we're looking now at an automobile. An automobile as early as, let's see, does this have a date?
I think this comes as early as 1914, 15. It's the New York State Suffrage Association, and this is a very common sight. The thinking behind the public presentation of suffrage, which is what this is about, reeks of modernity, right? We're not the old-fashioned, fussy, stay-at-home women. We're modern women, and voting is a modern activity. And so the automobiles are used. Some parades have hundreds of automobiles in them. But what this appears to be is, I think, one of the journeys that women took in a car where the woman who was going, and they would come into the suburbs of the state and stop at a street corner, and then usually the woman in the back would get up on the back of the car and begin to speak about suffrage, and they would gather crowds around them to listen to the speeches. Most of these women either owned their own cars, they were their cars, or they borrowed cars from friends who had them. But the idea, of course, of women in the driver's seat is very important to the visual presentation of what this campaign is about.
And of course, these women look as though they're very well dressed. We can't see them clearly, but they all have quite elegant hats. And
well, hats are very important. There was one year in New York where the suffragists invented a suffrage hat, which they sold for, I think, 5 cents. And all the marchers, when they were trying to look uniform, like a well-disciplined army, they all wore that hat. But fashion at the time is, of course, very much about the hats. And one of the compliments women would pay each other is, she knows how to wear a hat.